Well, hello there, my Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your soulmate reading for December-ish 2019. They're pretty timeless. You see it when you're supposed to see it. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, professional witch, professional intuitive, and what a busy Monday it has been. Put out the Virgo reading earlier today, then ran to Riverhead. If you're not from Long Island, that's okay. You don't know where Riverhead is? About a 30-minute drive to meet with the owner of Yogaholic, Diane. She is wonderful. Finally saw the second location. Lovely. Going to be doing readings and classes there in 2020. So now I am back. Made my dinner, fed the cat, scooped the litter. We're doing Leo. Working from Pisces to Aries. Backwards this time around. If you are new to my channel, please do like and subscribe. Trying to make my way to 1,000 subscribers plus so that I can do super live chat. And I have offered as a promise, a soul promise. By the way, I'm Leo rising, so probably means nothing. I really mean it. I will do Drunk Tarot once a month. And if you're like, what is Drunk Tarot? There's a link to a video that I did last week explaining all of that, right? Cool. A couple of things. This is a general read. If it's not your reading, you won't feel it, right? You just kind of meh, flatline, right? So please do check your other signs. That's why I always do Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs when I do soulmate reads, true love, path of true love reads, twin flame reads, that sort of stuff. Of course, I'm going to throw Venus in there. Makes it more interesting. But you can really tell when a reading is yours by how it feels in the body. That's what it means when something resonates. When someone speaks a truth and you feel it, whether it's a pleasant feeling or a not pleasant feeling, that's what resonance is. And when it doesn't feel good, it's because it's challenging something within yourself. That's just how it rolls. I didn't make them rules. That's just the laws of intuition there for you right then and there. We are going to be doing masculine, feminine for these reads. Just a simple way of identifying two people in a soul contract. Does not matter what your bodily gender is. We all have divine masculine and divine feminine energies. We are, after all, the hidden children of the gods, meaning that we inherit the power of divine masculine and divine feminine, because those are our parents, right? So to speak, hidden even unto us. I know it's a pagan thing, the hidden children of the gods. We're it. All of humanity is, apparently. Cats are way ahead of us, just saying. So it'll help you maybe identify which of the two parties you are in this soulmate contract we are about to look at for the Leo collective. But it might also resonate for both sides because you have both within you, and often in soulmate relationships there's quite a bit of mirroring going on. Cool. The decks that I read are in the bottom of the description box, but in my description box I marked down the price of my ebook, Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. Wrote it last year, put it out at Yule. So for the month of December, since it's been out for a year, dropped the price $10 to $14.95. I hope you enjoy it. Go check it out and go read the reviews on my website. They're really good. It's essentially people are using it like a book of prayer. It's not what I wrote it for, but it's working. Each chapter is a different chakra, so to speak. It has a chakric outline. Chakra by chakra. There you go. Cool. What else? Oh, a soulmate contract. In case you're unfamiliar with how I read soulmates, a soulmate contract is a pre-incarnational agreement between two souls, right? You agree before you come in. The foundation, really the only important clause to a soulmate contract, is the agreement to help each other heal, which differentiates a twin flame from a soulmate. In a twin flame contract, you teach each other how to love yourselves, how to heal yourselves, because you can't give each other what you really need. They are torturous. We'll do those after we finish the soulmate reads, because you need lots and lots of twin flames to really be ready for this particular variation of soulmate contract. Now look, my mother and I are soulmates. We help each other heal. It's just our whole life we have been that way. My father and I had a twin flame contract. I was never going to be the heterosexual normal child he wanted. He was never going to be sane. So there you have it. Taught myself how to love myself, how to heal, all that kind of stuff. It's what twin flames do. This reading, however, is for a specific kind of soulmate. Like I said, my mom is still my soulmate. In that sense, you have hundreds of soulmate relationships throughout a lifetime. The one we are targeting here is the romantic, intimate, sexual, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise soulmate contract that all of us have been working on. Some of us have been trying to get there for decades to finally manifest that. And when but now would the planet need that shit more than ever? All that love coming in, all that healing. Of course, those who are a bit advanced on the spiritual path do know what I'm talking about, particularly if you're trying to be an anchor of fifth dimensional unity consciousness and all that. In my day, we just called it unity consciousness back at the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, but that's another story. Cool, cool. I think that's about it. Remember to breathe, please. The more that you breathe consciously, the more you are deliberately aligning with the same source that I am getting the information from this reading from, right? The same source. Infinite channels, one source, right? So the more you breathe, the more you're in the present moment, the more I deliberately breathe, because we got to breathe anyway, the more it grounds me. Makes it easier for the energy to be translated from light codes into words through me. It's just what I do. I've been doing it my whole life. As well as it allows me to receive more clairvoyant, empathic information. Cool, cool? Yeah, we've already begun. Please take a deep breath. Let's do this. Okay. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved, please. One Caroline Mace archetype card to start off with for the divine feminine in this Leo collective sun, moon, rising. Oh, that feels nice. Venus sign. Soulmate, satisfying, sexual, romantic, intimate, romantic, soulmate, partnership, contract, please. For December 2019, beyond and timeless. One for the divine feminine, face down. While we're here, can we please have one for the divine masculine? Same thing. There we go. We've got our two parties, party A and party B, the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Remember, again, this is not about physical body, gender, X chromosomes, or lack thereof. Just a way of looking at what the dominant archetype is within each partner in this contract, in this soulmate contract, that they will be working on within themselves, or if this couple is already together, which is possible, that you're helping each other heal, moving the lead to gold, the shadow to light. Cool, cool. The divine feminine, we've got the liberator again. This card has come up consistently this time around. I think this is like the third or fourth time the liberator has come up, as well as the judge for the divine masculine. That one has come up too. I find that very interesting. You watched me shuffle them, the whole prologue, the whole opening spiel of the points in the exposition. You heard me say it. You watched me shuffle it. Same cards keep coming up. So this is something going on in the collective. I mean, I'm very skeptical. Like when I see certain symbols repeat, you think I'm a reader. It's like, oh, I dive for it. Oh, no, such great meaning. After a while, you're like, yeah, we'll see. Right? We see. Because the signs may be right on, but our interpretation may be way off, right? This I'm going to take as somewhat of a symbolic norm going on in the collective zodiacal fields in terms of dealing with soulmate contracts. So I'm going to read them both. Pay attention to what's going on in your body. Please remember to breathe. It will help you identify which you are. If, like, I totally identify as a divine feminine. Duh, I'm gay. I mean, it's not the only reason. Trust me, I am an empathic, intuitive, yin, goddess-worshipping, purple-haired witch. I need to redo my color, and I will. But look, you get me with a different kind of guy. I turn into divine masculine top wicked fucking fast. I become daddy really fast. So, you know, play this as it comes. For your liberator, whether or not you are, if you're the cross watcher or you are the Leo itself, let's look at the liberator archetype. In the shadow, the lead, the toxicity, imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, right? You're going to help someone, you're going to liberate them, you're going to liberate their mind, but then you keep them under your thumb and control them. That's not liberation. Ignoring legitimate constraints. Now, this is like the fifth time I've had to give an example of that. It's like driving on the correct side of the road. That's a legitimate constraint, right? Here in the United States, I know I've got people watching from all over the world. Here, Long Island, a particular special area of the United States on the East Coast, looks like a fish, has a big lie running down the center of it, the Long Island Expressway. Here, we drive on the right side of the road, not to say the correct side of the road, the literal opposite of left. That's a legitimate constraint. We're just not all of a sudden going to start driving in the left side because we feel like it, because we want to break the rules, right? So there's something in the shadow side here. Keep an eye out whether you're the divine masculine or the divine feminine cross-watcher, whichever you are, my Leo or not. What are the legitimate constraints that really need to be in place for the safety and the well-being of yourself and who is being liberated? The light attribute, what we're shooting for here, is freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs. Releasing negative thought patterns can feel very similar to the revolutionary or the rebel archetype. A little bit different, though, a little bit more of a social justice tinge to this. This can very much be about outmoded personal beliefs, spiritual beliefs, beliefs about relationships, belief about sex, belief about all sorts of different things. So if you are this divine feminine liberator, chances are you have been doing this spiritual work in the sense of really facing limiting beliefs, fears, for lack of a better word, ancestral things that have been passed down even through the behaviors of families, right? Why are we this way? I don't know. We've always been this way. Well, there's usually a virus in the system somewhere, right, that you need to be liberated from. Looking at this divine masculine, the judge archetype in the shadow, offering only destructive criticism. You know the type. Are you that type? That's, has to just put a turd in the punch bowl no matter how good the punch is, right? Misusing business, legal, or criminal authority, which in a relationship can be really fucking heinous, right? When you use authority in a way, putting your thumb on the scales to get what you want, even overtly, covertly, it doesn't matter. It's still shadowy manipulation and toxic as fuck, right? So let's look at the light side, what you're shooting for here. Balancing justice and compassion, right? Because justice by the book alone is not always so very compassionate. Compassionate without the rule of law isn't that great either. So it's finding the balance between those two, mercy and severity. Very Kabbalistic. Managing the fair distribution of power. Not creating the fair distribution of power. Managing the fair distribution of power that's supposed to be there authentically, or if not, managing it to where it is of equal balance between both partners in any form of relationship. So that means you've got to look at the codependent patterns, abusive patterns, neglective patterns, all of that. You with me? Cool, cool. Liberator and her judge. They seem very intertwined. The judge is the wisdom family, the liberator the action family. So I could see how those two together, if they get their stars aligned, if you will, their chakras in order, could really be a blessing upon this world. See, that's the point of a soulmate contract. It's just not about the two of you. It's about the energy that the relationship generates, because you've been in lifetime after lifetime after lifetime of relationship lessons, coming together, helping each other heal, loving each other in a sexual romantic context. Just to be clear, I don't know how many happy, healthy, wealthy, wise sexual romantic relationships there have been on planet Earth, because psychology has just been a thing for the past 200 years or so. You feeling me? It's not like the Vikings had shrinks. That would have been some fucking session. So let's clarify, shall we? We are going to use the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, one of my favorite tarot decks. 5 cards to clarify the Liberator using my favorite, the element spread. Fire, earth, air, water, spirit. You'll hear me call it out as it goes. Please breathe. And it's getting later in the night. Yeah, it's almost 8:30 p.m. It's been a long day. A little Wonder Coffee goes a long way. And I'm just going to be doing this all day tomorrow. Here we go. My goddesses, please. 5 cards, element spread for this divine feminine liberator archetype. Involved in this Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Soulmate contract. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, satisfying. romantic, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract for December 2019 and beyond. Timeless. My cat likes the idea. I figure it's Leo, although he's the Taurus. My goddesses, please, for this divine feminine liberator, one card, element of fire, what does she want? Please, my goddesses, element of earth, what does she have to get her what she wants, the fuel that feeds the fire? My goddesses, please, what is her element of air? What does she think about this, all this soulmate stuff, this contract? What does she feel? What is her element of water? What does she feel? And lastly, the element of spirit. What is the voice of her soul, the point of view of the soul of this divine feminine liberator in this Leo, satisfying, sexual, romantic, you know the rest, soulmate contract? Element of fire, what does she want? She's got the Leo card. Now, this has happened before in this series, I would say. It's happened a few times. I think it happened with Capricorn, where the Capricorn card came up. Here we've got the Leo card, the very sign that we're tuning to in the collective. So if you are the divine feminine and you are a Leo, this means that what you want is really within you. It's your own creativity, your own good fortune, your own pleasure. That what you want is to be more authentic, more of your soul fully integrated into your body, into your life, so that your mate, whether they are here, whether they come later, whether they come now, that you're more in a place of authenticity, being in alignment with your own thoughts, desires, feelings, actions, all of it being the best that you can be. Now, if you are the divine masculine who is the Leo, which we'll see, then this divine feminine wants you. Like, it's that clear. Like, we don't have to, pry that one apart with, a magnifying glass and tweezers. This is pretty straight on. The feeling that I get from this, though, is regardless of whether this is the Leo or not, remember, both of you, like, how can you not cross-watch if you both have the same signs? Just saying, right? Then there really is this thing of really, really wanting it to be sensual and fun and like kitty cats laying in the sun and lovemaking and romantic. I mean, as much as we all look at the Venus-ruled signs, Taurus and Libra, because they are ruled by Venus as being romantic, there's something so playful, something warm and so sexual and sensual about Leo 5th house energy, because it is the 5th house is about pleasure. So something warm and romantic and cuddly and snuggly and rare. I'm down for it. Fuck, I'm Leo rising and I'm a divine feminine, so I'm okay with that. What has she got? What has she got? The earth that feeds the fire, right? Like the wax and the wick that feed the flame of the candle. She's got compassion. 6 of Cups. She's got that emotional balance going on within herself. She knows pain. She knows her own pain. She knows the pain of others. Probably an empathic quality here as well. If this is me, it's hard not to read when cards come up that resonate, right? So this is about, has the ability, the even give and take of emotion. Selfish compassion, which is about learning how to love yourself, how to make friends with pain, because emotional pain in particular, as well as physical pain, is usually an indication that we're healing very rapidly. But if we keep running away from our pain, it doesn't go away. It just gets buried and pops up in other toxic ways. So along with that also comes a great depth of understanding and true emotional compassion for anybody else also suffering physical, emotional, mental, really any kind of pain. So really helpful, that compassion in any kind of contract, any kind of relationship, but in a soulmate contract, really sort of important. And considering the judge here, this archetype has to balance compassion and justice, right? Tricky, tricky shit. Maybe the divine masculine experiences this directly with the divine feminine. What's she thinking? Well, quite a bit. The 2 of Blades in this deck, we're used to seeing it as indecision. That's not in this deck. That's the 4 in the Daughters of the Moon. Here, the 2 is analysis. It's M-O-O, moo, analysis. Two fencers going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Just like fencing or chess or anything strategic, it's not just about your next move. It's also trying to analyze what your partner's next move is so that you can counter. Now, in chess, you have more time for that than in fencing, which is also going with your gut, being in the moment. So that this is an air card in the air position. That the Divine Feminine might be like very, I don't want to say guarded. We'll see what's going on in the emotional field of water. But is comparing and contrasting, like making sure there are certain booby traps to look out for that she has dealt with in the past. Red flags. They just gave me red flag. Yeah. So kind of analyzing, really doing more of the mental thing here than the intuitive. But, you know, because that liberator, she's been liberated from some toxic situations. Has obviously done some physical, emotional, mental, even spiritual or soul healing, alchemizing some lead to gold, throwing off some emotional baggage, to then really, really be in this place of keeping count, keeping score, all sorts of different ways of just kind of doing the mental work. What's going on in the emotional field? The Lovers. Major Arcana. So really making a decision, trying to align her head, her heart, and her will, right? Because this is Divine Masculine. This is Divine Feminine. Excuse me for a moment. I apologize. My boys just had dinner and they get a little rambunctious. They're already... But when they start to screw around next to me, that's when I have to give them the space to go somewhere else in the house. They're my sweethearts. I love them, though. I don't hit them, ever. Sometimes they get a little bit of a scolding. So here we are, this Divine Feminine liberator here with the card of the Lovers, a life-changing decision. Trying to, because if she goes just with the head right now, and analysis, it'll all be done in this very, in a way, Divine Masculine intellect, air, that's fine. It's just with the Lovers in her emotional field that it's also the heart, but it's like, but I feel it. But I feel it. It's like, oh no, a brownie. Oh, I can't possibly eat a brownie. I ate all that kale today. I was on that treadmill. I worked out. I did yoga. And the heart's like, brownie. All right? How does the throat chakra, the willpower chakra, one says no, one says yes. Daddy says no, mommy says yes. What does the child do? I don't know. Give me an addictive pattern. Give me something that I know the instant consequence of, as long as it pulls me out of the pain of indecision and not knowing, right? So much fear could be cut out of our lives if we just understand we'll make a decision, and if we need to make the other decision later, we can, because when we don't make decisions, it keeps us locked in a pattern of fear. And we think we're afraid of making the decision, but once we make the decision, we're no longer in fear. So it's an interesting little paradox there. And remember, this isn't just a choice. Here's a choice. More coffee, please. Delicious, right? Consequence from a choice. Level of consequence, level of choice, right? This is a life-changing decision. Falling in love, saying yes, following your heart. Considering that, remember, she's got this compassion card, so it feels like there's some emotional healing done, but remember, compassion can also be identifying red flags and saying, is this something I want to step into? Particularly if you didn't see red flags before, you can very much become hypersensitive to where everything is a red flag. Warning, warning, danger, danger, Will Robinson, right? You know, flailing robot arms. Not great, but definitely with the only major arcana card so far here with the Lovers in the emotional field, that this is definitely a soulmate contract in the sense of the soul speaking through the heart and saying, yes, be wise, be intelligent, be healthy, be clear, but your soul is speaking. Your soul is drawing you forward. So that's why I get that. Let's have fun with this Leo card. Let's see what happens. Let's watch the movie, right? The voice of spirit here. There are two Lovers cards in this deck. Divine Feminine has both of them. Okay, it's just the way this deck is designed. I love that. Because one is male-female, the other is female-female. It's a feminist deck. For me, both are valid. And really, what did I just say? It's like the soul is saying, do this. Well, this is the voice of the soul, the card of spirit. Sort of speaks for itself overall there, that this is the real deal, or at least this is the opportunity. The music is about to begin to play. If they have not met yet, eyes across a crowded dance floor, however you want to see that. The music is about to begin. Will you dance? That's what the decision is, because you can feel it, you can think it, you can know it in your soul, but will you dance? Let's look at the Divine Masculine here. Fire, Earth, Air, Water, Spirit with the Mythic Tarot, Juliet Sharman Burke. The voice of the gods, then, shall we, for this Divine Masculine Judge archetype. Please breathe. And remember, just because I don't say please breathe, please breathe. Oh, my gods, please. Apollo in particular, please, your clarity. 5 cards, element spread, fire, earth, air, water, spirit, please, for this Divine Masculine Judge archetype. In this Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Satisfying, sexual, intimate, romantic contract. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise soulmate contract. Lovers, romance, sex, intimacy, true love, all of that, and a bag of chips. Please, top 5, not top 5 cards, 5 cards, element spread. 1 card for fire. What does he want? Thank you. You put it right in my hands. That's what he wants. What does the Divine Masculine have? Element of earth to get him what he wants. What is he thinking? His element. What is he thinking? The element of air. What is he feeling, please? His element of water. Yes, the Divine Masculines have emotions too. And please, the voice of the soul, please. A card of spirit. Those came out relatively easy. Let's have a look. What's he want? He wants the 9 of Pentacles. He wants to stay autonomous. Doesn't mean he doesn't want to be in a relationship. Probably does. But really wants to either be that God bless the Divine Masculine that's got his own. That's got his own. Or this Divine Feminine has got her shit together. Right? Is stable. Is grounded. Does have her own. Is self-sufficient. And with this going on... right? It's like she's got the compassion in her element of earth, and in her air is this analysis. She ain't missing a trick. She's been through it. So, kind of likes that, kind of wants that. Can't tell if these two have met, and you know what? In a collective of hundreds of thousands of people, zodiacally speaking, it's a great way. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, any zodiac. Great way to tune into the quantum field in terms of those variations. But like that, there are a near infinite number of variations. But definitely this is what he wants. He wants that sort of autonomy and that strength in any kind of contract where you don't lose yourselves in each other, right? So you just become one amoeba being, right? Yeah, that it's something stable, not quite a 10 yet, but that's so close, right? So close, either being that himself, because this is Midas, the Midas touch turns everything to gold, or really wants that in a partner, somebody who's already kind of got that stability, what's the word? Healthy interdependence, right? Instead of codependence, that they know that they're responsible for, you're responsible for your own happiness, right? It's like, you can't blame me for being miserable and credit me for your happiness. That's all an inside job, you know that, right? It's like sort of that thing, right? You're not just wanting me for my money and my physical propensities. What has he got, speaking of physical propensities? Well, he's got the card of the Fool. Not saying he's a fool, but that he's taken the jump before. He's done this before and feels like he's ready to. Remember, we take the Fool's journey in so many different ways, but taking the Fool's journey in a romantic context is fucking terrifying, right? Unless you've never done it before. If you've done it before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, I moved this pillow up to the top so the kittens can sit, and then I forgot to put it back down there. You know, symmetry. Don't we love that? Kid death. This is very much Dionysus. This is the god Dionysus, my patron god. Totally, I can feel it in this Divine Masculine. It's like, all right, well, let's do this then. Let's at least take the first big step. Watch that first step. It's a doozy. So has the courage, has the impetus of spirit, that divine child aspect to have the innocence to take a step perhaps off a cliff. You never can tell. Or it feels like the divine feminine is like, let me get some more statistics on this, please. Interesting. What's he thinking about this, our divine masculine judge archetype? We've got our second major arcana card for him. It is the Hierophant. So he is thinking about health and healing and structure and the legalities of it, the balance of it all. Now keep in mind, we've got the Judge and the Hierophant. These two go very, very well together. What is the procedure? What is the protocol? What is the practice? Keeping in mind that the Hierophant in this deck, however, is the Centaur. Really, it's pronounced Kentor from the Greek. Chiron, the wounded healer, right, in his cave. In other words, you had to just go through certain things just to get to him, like certain stages and procedures in order to hear his guidance, get his healing, get his help. So definitely there is some balancing of the mind going on here. I would say some spiritual or therapeutic practice going on there, maybe both. I mean, I love my spiritual practice is incredibly psychologically therapeutic, but I never suggest anyone abdicate one for the other. Was it Carl Jung? And this is a paraphrase. I think Carl Jung said that spirituality is not a replacement for psychotherapy or vice versa. Like I said, paraphrased. I rarely quote directly unless it's iambic pentameter from A Course in Miracles. Because that I can remember. I place the future in the hands of God. Trained in Shakespeare as a kid. What he's feeling, Ace of Pentacles. That can be a very, very strong gut thing. If it's not in the emotional field of, a new beginning, you'd be like, ready to jump. He's feeling it. He's feeling it. Kind of getting that he is ready. And it would make sense. You know, here's another thing. I see a cross-reference. You got this Pentacles with the Nine of the Hierophant with the Nine of Pentacles. Well, if on his mind is something about stability, about commitment, about something long-term, about something happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise, considering we're dealing with a Judge archetype here, probably thinking the fuck out of this thing, then of course he would want somebody who is stable and healthy and well-boundaried, right? Healthy boundaries, happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. I like this guy. I hope he's for me, because he sounds great. You know how much I would love to date a judge or a lawyer? I mean, the criticism part, don't try it with me. Come for me, you better sharpen your claws. I'm a Virgo. But, we'll get to that. I like that one, too. But it would be great, someone who has that level of honor, right? Because, you know, people think that all lawyers are corrupt. My stepfather isn't. He's retired now. He was my mother's divorce lawyer. That's how they met. He's my dad. You know, I call him Zeus, a Libra. And family law ain't no joke. That's rough terrain, right? So I don't know. Maybe a contract lawyer or an entertainment lawyer would be interesting. I don't know, just as long as they're not evil incarnate, because then, you know, a little extra work on the side with all that extra exorcism. The soul card here, the spirit card here is the Three of Wands, which is just a loyalty card, like willing to wait, willing to do whatever is necessary at an initial stage of completion, right? Kind of even down on his knees, right? Saying, Jason, take your Argonauts, please. Here, I pledge my crown. Whatever it takes, you have my loyalty. Take me through the quest. Feels like he's in for a penny, in for a pound, this divine masculine, with that Ace of Pentacles and the Fool. This guy feels great. This guy feels healthy, and God, I hope this is my reading. Let's see. Yeah, I just let go of something a couple of months ago. I think I'm ready for some fun. Keep watching the channel. You may have noticed I don't mind talking about my personal life. Because though I am a Virgo sun and a Pisces moon, I am Mars conjunct Leo rising. Great TV, apparently. Take a nice deep breath. Let's ask the higher selves. Oh, the higher selves have all involved, I guess mine included. Please, one card. A Whisper of Love. A Whisper of Love Oracle card for this divine feminine liberator in this Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign satisfying, sexual, romantic, intimate, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise soulmate contract for December 19 or timeless and timeless. Please, one card for the Divine Feminine face down. And please, same thing, one card for the Divine Masculine Judge archetype for this Leo collective soulmate contract. What she got? Now remember, she's the liberator. Like attracts like. If you are longing for more love in your life, you need to be more loving. And I feel that with her. Compassionate's not the question. She's got buckets of the stuff. But with the mind, a bit perhaps in conflict with the emotions. If you are the one watching this, the Divine Feminine, the liberator, like attracts like. Let yourself off the hook. Let others off the hook. Not give people your PIN number who have done you wrong, but kind of, this is the season. It's the holiday season. If you are longing for more love in your life, you need to be more loving. Be loving to yourself. Be loving to the part of you that is afraid. Be loving to the judgmental voice within yourself that says, well, but he's got a red flag. He's right-handed. The last one was. You know how the mind gets, right? You start getting suspicious and shit. Meanwhile, the emotional field and the soul are both the Lover's card saying, this is a life-changing thing. My life is about to change. My life is about to change. And the head and the heart are kind of at odds here. Just start being loving. Be kind. You already got the compassion. Be kind. Be funny. Be light. It's the holiday season. Be a blessing. Silently bless people near and far. May you be blessed with all that you need. May you be blessed with all the love that you need. May all beings be blessed with all the love they need to heal and be the best that they can be. And may it begin with me. I love throwing that on at the end of anything. And may it begin with me, right? That's how you know you're not doing a curse. May all beings be blessed with the love they need to heal their bodies, minds, and souls. And may it begin with me. That's called leveraging the quantum field. That's fifth dimensional. Because you part of everybody, and may it begin with you. Gotta love yourself too. What's going on with the Divine Masculine here? This Judge archetype. New love. We got the Fool. We got the Ace of Pentacles here. Oh, and the Ace of Pentacles with the Nine of Pentacles makes a 10. Absolutely. There is grand, huge, as Caroline Myss would say, great big huge potential here for a soulmate contract to be very physically fulfilling as well. So we've got the healthy and the wealthy there. But remember, wealth isn't all just about money. It's about wealth of time, wealth of affection, like how much time, how much effort gets put into it to make something fertile and wealthy. So new love, embrace this new opportunity of love that is here. This may pertain to work opportunities or spiritual growth. Well, I'll give you the spiritual growth because this Divine Masculine seems to have his shit together. But we're going to say new love is what's going on here. And yes, it is true they might have known each other, they might have had a dance once before, and this is a reconciliation. I think there are other cards that say that better. Here with this card of new love, even if they have never met before, they are in each other's energy fields because you do that first. You meet in the fifth dimension first, and then you got to do all the healing through the fourth, which is the mental, emotional, psychic corridor, for it to drop into the third. And as it does, it implodes third and fourth dimension. It's a long story. But that's what these relationships are about ultimately. People are like, oh, I came in to heal the planet. Well, you're doing it with every breath and every step. Do you know, however, that your relationships affect the Earth's vibrational field? Because we're all one, the quantum. Just how it is. One card left. One card down, and that is the Journey of Love Oracle. Oh, which I got at Magic Moon in Saratoga when I went up a couple of months ago. I'm going back. I'm going to be reading there starting next week, the 23rd. I just, Veronica and I, the owner, have to work it out. But I'm going to be in town, like, I think the 23rd to the 28th or the 29th. I don't know my exact dates. But if you are interested, call the Magic Moon in Saratoga Springs and tell them you want to book a reading with me. So as soon as we have the schedule figured out, which will probably be by tomorrow, yeah, I will be, wow, I will have probably already done my readings there this time this week, because, yeah, I'll be driving down on Sunday to do readings on Monday and probably, you know, throughout the week. So if you want to book me, book me. And I'll probably buy another Oracle, because I always do. We started with the collective pantheons. Let's end with the collective pantheons. This journey of love. Oracle, please breathe. Feels so good. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, one card to clarify, to synthesize, to overview, to cross every T and dot every I of this Leo collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus sign, satisfying, sexual, romantic, intimate, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, in potential, soulmate contract for December 2019, beyond and timeless. Please, one card for this divine feminine liberator and this divine masculine judge. Here is the card. Let's see what we've got here. Lovers. Lovers. It says it. Lovers. It says lovers. 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 Yeah. That's why I use this oracle. Holy crap, holy. All right, card number 57. I'm reading it out of the book. What, you think I can do that justice? There's no way I could memorize the poetry and all of that in here. Wonderful. But you really only need one of these per reading. They're so fucking potent. Like the lovers. Breathe. Yes, it's love. It drives you forward and pulls you back to your heart. It makes the mind mad with misunderstanding and breaks it open into enlightened compassion. It is love. Your yearning heart shall have it. Your destiny is to be the lover of the beloved. Go read some Rumi. R-U-M-I. It doesn't mean that there's room for your feet. This oracle brings a message of love, love, love. Now I've got the Beatles in my head. Blessed be. It is finding you now. Be open to it in all its forms. Be the god and goddess of love and paint the town red, divine masculine, divine feminine. Play in passionate embrace with life as your lover and prepare to receive even more than what you believe you are capable of handling. I'm going to have this fucker tattooed on the inside of my eyelid so I remember it. Oh my God. The poem. Just want to see if it goes. Oh, it's a long one. Breathe. Love is a magic word that holds the universe together. It is both an emotion and something ephemeral that lives like a fire's glow or the pink light on the clouds after the sun has set. It is alive and yet indefinable. It causes the heart to beat more rapidly, feelings to show, and young people to write, sing, and dance and become totally immersed in its hold. Love can beckon coyly, batting the eyelashes, or flaunt itself with wanton abandon. More my speed, right, Leo? Love can live and grow seemingly forever or vanish in a fleeting moment when we least suspect. And in the twilight of our years, reflecting on the life we have lived, it is love which colors every turn and twist of our memory. And when we pass from this earthly plane, it will be love that will light our soul on its journey home. Meep. The lovers. I don't know, Leo. It feels like you guys got the really good reading this time around. Although I have to say the Virgo one was really nice too. And it was Virgo. But I am Leo rising. Kind of happy to be that. Just putting these together so that I can do what? Your overview. Sip of coffee first. Bear with me. Magic clap. That wasn't a very good one. There we go. I know how to clap. We start with the divine feminine liberator archetype in the shadow attribute, imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. The light attribute, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns, which makes sense because what she wants is the freedom of that fifth house Leo energy, the mother of flames, Chantico, that fixed fire, that passion, that creativity, that fun, that pleasure, that good fortune. Of course she wants that. And what does she have to help her get that? The Six of Cups, emotional balance, and in this deck, compassion. Compassion for self, compassion for others, and compassion one would sense in process if they have already met and not yet for this judge that will have compassion for what this judge has been through light and shadow. On her mind, though, a lot of thinking, Two of Blades, analysis, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, completely understandable, because both in the element of water, the emotional field, as well as the voice of the soul, the card of spirit, we've got the Lovers card. So really, with that card of Lovers as the last card down, that Journey of Love Oracle, she's feeling it. She's feeling it, but her mind may very well be resisting it, trying to get as much data as possible so that she does not get burned, although the message from the higher self, the whisper of love is, like attracts like. If you're longing for more love in your life, you need to be more loving. Will she be? We'll see. Well, you'll see. I guess we'll see. Me too at some point. Looking at this divine masculine, who I really love his vibe here. The judge archetype in the shadow, offering only destructive criticism, misusing business, legal, or criminal authority, essentially putting your thumb on the scale to manipulate and get what you want. The light attribute, however, balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. And if you look at these two, the divine feminine has such a strong element, Six of Cups, compassion, and he's the judge with justice, that the two of them together really could be a good working team together, truly a blessing unto the world. What does he want? Nine of Pentacles. He wants something stable, something strong. Maybe not the 10 completely there. Maybe he wants to grow it into a 10. Whether that is for himself in a relationship, with another in a relationship, or the relationship itself, where there be a certain amount of autonomy, a certain amount of self-respect, a certain amount of self-empowerment, healthy interdependence rather than codependence or toxic independence. And what has he got? He's got the Fool, willing to take the risk, brave as fuck, this one. Because with the Judge archetype, chances are he's already weighed this out. He's already been through this before. He knows what he's doing. That is certainly indicative in the position of air here with the Hierophant, Chiron, the wounded healer. It feels like there has been some psychological or at least a mental belief system level of healing here that was procedural, that was step by step, perhaps has been to therapy or counseling. Let's hope. Best thing ever. Everybody should go at least once, and for more than just one visit, in my opinion and in my experience, because the emotional here is really lovely. The Ace of Pentacles, that's a Poseidon bringing forth a pentacle from the waters, saying, you know, take this seed, plant it, it is a fertile seed, let it be a blessing unto all of life. And so the Divine Masculine's really feeling that new beginning, feeling the call off of the cliff as the Fool, with that crowning card there, that card of Spirit, the voice of the soul, Three of Wands, willing to wait, perhaps willing to wait for things to happen, but absolutely with a sense of loyalty in play here. That would make sense with a Judge archetype. And let's not forget that card of the Lovers. Oh, by the way, his Whisper of Love card, New Love, that really matches that Ace of Pentacles. Embrace this new opportunity of love that is here. This may pertain to work opportunities or spiritual growth. I'm going to agree with the spiritual growth part, but I'm going to say this is absolutely about a new love, either in a renewed sense in a relationship, or honestly a brand new one, because this card of the Lovers, number 57, the Journey of Love, is really saying this is it. This is love. You're feeling it. You're already in the energy field of it, whether you've met in the third dimension, the physical realm, let's call it that, or not. Start being in love with life. Just start embracing the love. You are a lover. Both of these beings are lovers. It's just, are they lovers together yet? Well, they're certainly on the journey of love, the path of true love towards each other for sure. So, my Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, really, really hot, lovely, lovely, sweet. A Liberator and a Judge can really get a lot of good stuff done together. Please do comment in the description box below. I would love to hear what this is about. I am going away on vacation. It's a working vacation. I'm still a Virgo. Saratoga, but you never know what's going to happen. Maybe I'll have one of them like fucking Hallmark movie moments where, you know, I'm in a little coffee shop or I'm reading cards and in he walks. A lawyer. My mother would be so happy. It'd be the best Christmas present ever. Mark met a lawyer. And he's cute. Probably younger, knowing me. Well, you never know, right? And that's why we have divination. Not that we'll ever really know until shit happens. You'll never know what the ineffable divine plan is. I came up in the meeting I went to today, Yogoholic. We're all like, well, where do we want to go? This is like, I just want to fucking follow the ineffable divine plan because I don't know. All I know is we all met and came together to do this work together. Let's see what happens, right? Just watch the movie. My guides are always saying, will you just please fucking watch the movie? So that's what we may have to do here, my Leos. But really, I love this couple already. I hope I'm part of this couple somehow, some way in the quantum. Cool. Thank you so much for watching. May the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed in their soulmate contracts, that they may be happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, sexual, romantic, integral, loyal, intimate, the healthiest possible for their well-being and for the well-being of all. Because how could those relationships being manifested on the planet do anything but wonderful things for Mother Earth and society, humanity, and really all of life. Cool. Please do like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, my Leo brothers and sisters. Meow. And may you have a lovely, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise holiday season. But for now, hail, farewell, and blessed be.